Errol Spence has confirmed that a welterweight unification bout with Yordenis Ugas will take place in April. The American star was set to face Manny Pacquiao last year before Ugas took the fight at late notice and secured a sensational unanimous decision victory. Spence was forced to miss the huge fight with an eye injury and has not fought since the back end of 2020 where he defeated Danny Garcia.
I want to be undisputed welterweight champion of the world, like I said. So I feel like we're going to have to cross that path soon.
Ugas will be fighting for the first time since beating the 42-year-old Manny Pacquiao last August in a shocking win in Las Vegas that resulted in the Filipino star retiring from the sport.
You see the poise, you see the boxing ability and the mentality that Ugas and the skill that he brings to the ring.
The question now is whether Ugas can take advantage of the problems that have beset the soon-to-be 32-year-old Spence in the last 3 years, with him suffering an eye injury and being involved in a horrifying car crash.
It's gonna be a great fight, a tough fight against Spence, and I'm just working hard towards that goal.
The bout will take place with the WBA, WBC and IBF titles on the line, with the winner likely to begin pursuit of Crawford. Errol Spence Jr. officially announced his unification fight against Yordenis Ugas for April 16th at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Spence will have his IBF and WBC welterweight titles on the line when he faces WBA 147-pound champion Ugas in a 3-belt unification fight 2 months from now. Ugas is fresh off his massive victory over superstar Manny Pacquiao last August, a fight in which the talented Cuban outboxed the 42-year-old former A-Division world champion. Pacquiao hadn't fought in 2 years since his win over Kit Van Time Thurman in July 2019, and he'd been previously scheduled to fight Spence. That fight fell apart after Spence suffered an eye injury in training and Ugas then replaced him. Ugas made his professional debut in 2010. After losing to Amir Imam in 2014, he enjoyed an 8-game winning streak and secured the title opportunity. He lost to Sean Porter in 2019 for the WBC welterweight title but rebounded with 3 straight wins. Although he's lost 4 of his 31 bouts, the Miami-based 35-year-old Ugas has proven by winning a title against Pacquiao that one can still succeed at the highest levels of the sport without a perfect resume.
Now the plan is to unify the title in welterweight.
Many fans and analysts consider Errol Spence Jr. to be the best boxer in the world right now. WBC and IBF welterweight champ put on a superb performance against Danny Garcia, the win a genuine statement, with Spence showing us all how he has not been affected one bit by that nasty car crash. Spence has been compared to some of the greatest fighters the division has ever seen, and given his skills and attributes, it is not difficult to see why he gets so much love. Spence was a very decorated amateur, winning 3 straight welterweight national championships from 2009 to 2011. He turned pro in 2012 and he has been dominant since that point.
Corner again. And there was a great left hand.
Spence ran his record to 21-0 with 18 KOs before receiving his first title fight against Kell Brook. Spence stopped Lemon Peterson and Carlos Ocampo before dominated and outpointed lightweight champion Mikey Garcia to retain his IBF world title. Errol's game usually revolves around the jab, followed up by more diverse striking than typical boxer, such as a double cross and double jab backhand hook.
This is the Errol Spence Show.
The majority of Spence's opponents have been relatively flat-footed, and this applies to Ugas also.
I think Spence is a better fighter.
Ugas is similar to Danny Garcia in how he is a counter-puncher and waits for openings.
I mean, he's a world champ for a reason, you know. He fought very good against Porter, and then he beats Manny Pacquiao.
We don't expect Ugas to KO or knock down Spence, but he will be a threat with his counter-punches from an open guard.
He's got pedigree. For those that don't know, he comes from the Cuban school of boxing.
On first glance, this seems like a more competitive matchup than the odds might suggest, especially given Ugas' last win over Pacquiao.
Ugas does very good against southpaws, man. He did a great job against Pacquiao.
However, Ugas is much more tailored for Spence's style than many realize.
I'm glad they finally gave him his opportunity against Errol Spence.
Even if Spence doesn't re-injure his eye, he could lose if he fights with less aggression than he usually does.
I don't think it's an easy fight, especially Errol coming off a long layoff, eye injury.
Ugas won't be injured, and he'll be fighting hard just as he did in his victory over 42-year-old Pacquiao and in his controversial loss to Sean Porter. Some boxing fans believe Ugas performed better against Porter than Spence did, but was robbed of a victory by the judges in that fight.
I'm a competitor, I'm a warrior. I have proven night after night that I can fight against the best.
WBO welterweight champion Terence Bud Crawford likely won't react well to the news of the Spence vs Ugas fight being approved by the WBA, and he's been pushing hard for a match between him and Errol to take place next.
Him and Terence is the fight. That is the fight.
It's a fight and it's gotta happen. It's gotta happen.
It's unknown if Spence will try to fight with Crawford should he defeat Ugas in 2022.
That's the only fight I want to see. That's the only fight the fans want to see.
Crawford is a truly great fighter, but he's never taken the time to invest in his marketing. Being great is only one factor in being a pay-per-view star.
There's an overhand right, and another combination.
And that's now a reality he has to accept as he looks to get the career-defining fight against Spence.
I really want Spence just to show and shut everybody up.
If Spence beat Ugas, he has 3 belts, and the only one left would be Crawford's WBO title.
I'm definitely interested in fighting Terence Crawford. I think it's a great fight.
We could see Spence Crawford or Crawford Ugas for all the marbles at 147 pounds by the end of 2022.